everyone. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Today is Monday, April 11th, and because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What's Sold on eBay. Just like every week, guys, I'm going to take you on a little walk through the highlights of our sales on eBay for the week, last week. So that would be April 4th through April 10th. We're going to start with the plush. I show you guys every single plush that sells every week, and then we get into the highlights and other items. Let's jump right on in. We're looking at a Cherished Teddy's plush. Her name is Ava. You can see it on her belly. She came out of a lot of plush, so she was about 50 cents. And I had never heard of these bears before, seen them. I went ahead and listed her after I comped her for $9.99. Not that much, but the other plush that were in the lot were worth more. So I went ahead and listed her. And that's something that I do when I buy like a wholesale lot of plush. If the cost of goods is low enough and you've already purchased the whole lot and you know that there's a couple or a handful of plush in there that are going to make you your money back and then start profiting already, I just go ahead and list everything, even these little tiny plush. Now, if they're comping at like $4 free ship, of course, I won't list them unless I lot them up. But I do try to list everything I get in a wholesale lot, or like if I had a thread up box, just because I feel like you've already paid for it. The good stuff's going to make you profit already, and then these are just extra. Next, we have a Disney Goofy. He came out of the same lot, so he was about 50 cents. And he sold for a best offer of $14. And both he and Ava shipped first class in poly bags. Goofy's one of those characters that can tend to be a little oversaturated on eBay. So he can kind of comp low depending on which version of Goofy you have. Is he from Disney Parks? Is he from Disney Store? There's some vintage ones that go for a lot more. This one was big. I should mention that too. He was 22 inches. So 16 for a Goofy is actually pretty high. Most of them comp around 12. Next up, we have a gunned squaredy cat. This is Gigi. She is not squared to dance. And it says it right there on her. She's not squared to dance. She's super cute. She came from a wholesale lot way back in Pittsburgh. I think she was about 50 cents. She had some writing on her. But she did sell for a best offer of $12, and she shipped first class. And then we have a Lovey. You guys, I love Loveys. Loveys are little square security blankets. They can come in any color. Some have satin trim. Some have writing on them. And in the middle of them, they'll always have like a little plush head, like a doll or an animal. Most common is like bears and ducks and things you associate with babies. They can come in really, really big sizes too, but most of them are going to be relatively small, like a foot or less, or a little bit more. And they're usually square. And this one is by Blankets and Beyond. It sold for $14.99. It was 50 cents at the Goodwill back in Pittsburgh. Now, some of these Loveys, depending on the brand, the size, the animal, what it says on it, can go up to $50. Some will comp around 12 to 18, but even the generic ones from like Walmart will sell for 15, 16. So I always pick up Loveys. These are one of my favorite bolos. That was all of the plush. Now we have a action figure. This is one of Keith's actual action figures from when he was a kid. For longtime viewers, you may remember way back last year when we still lived in Pittsburgh, Keith had listed a bunch of his turtles because we didn't want to move him with us. He had to be moved with us, apparently, obviously. But we had listed a bunch of Keith's little action figure turtles, and the really popular ones sold really, really fast for more money than this. And then there were some that just kind of took a little bit longer, were really really slow to sell and long tail. We took a best offer of 12 on this guy. He weighed like 3 ounces all in with the box and a little bit of bubble wrap. So he was pure profit off because he was Keith's to begin with. but I believe this is the last of the turtles. I don't know if Donatella is just not a popular character or what, but the other ones were selling within like days of being listed. All right, now we're going to get into some highlights of our clothing sales. This is Plains Western wear. This is a Western shirt, pearl snap. You guys know I love my pearl snaps. I talk about them all the time. We source these in any brand we find them. If the cost of goods is $3 or less, we'll pick up every single brand we can find that are pearl snaps. The generic ones or the mall brands like American Eagle usually sell for around $18. And then there's brands that can go for a lot more. It also depends on the size. Some of them will have graphics and be really wild or loud. This one we took a best offer of $18. It is a little bit older, so this was $1 cost of goods from Goodwill. Next up, we have, it did ship first class. Forgot to tell you that part. We have these Dockers men's pants. These came out of a wholesale lot. These were about $1.50, I believe, that particular lot averaged out to. And these sold for a best offer of $18. These aren't anything I would source. But again, I do try to list everything that comes to us in the wholesale lots. And I believe it had to go in a padded flat because they were heavier. So not that big of a profit, but all things considered, this was pure profit at this point because the other stuff in the lot had already paid off. This came out of the same lot. So this was about $1.50 as well. I've never heard of Michael Stars. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of them. If you have, let me know down in the comments. This was new to me, but I did comp it, and I was pleasantly surprised. $19.99 is about, they were selling for about 18 to 20, so I put mine up for 20 on the high end, took a best offer of 17. It's a one size, fits most, so sometimes you want to take measurements when you list stuff like that. This shipped first class. Next up, we have a Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt. Now, this is an example of a plain Tommy Bahama. Last week's What Sold, I showed you guys some Tommy Bahamas with the huge patches and the graphics on them. One of them even sold for $49.99 because they have the huge graphics, the patches. They're more sought after, and they comp and for much higher and fetch a much better price. The plain Tommy Bahamas like this, they go for 18 to 25, depending on the size. This one's really plain. It has like absolutely no graphics or designs. It's just blue. It is an extra large though. So it sold for $17.99. But I definitely wanted to mention this one in particular so that everyone's clear on how to differentiate. I got a lot of messages and comments about the Tommy Bahamas from last week. Folks were asking me how I got so much money for them, and they had this kind. So don't expect to get like $50 for the plain ones. The graphics are going to get you a lot more. And then I just wanted to go over some remotes with you real quick. I just picked out some of the best highlights from the week to show you guys so this video wouldn't be too long. These are remotes from a wholesale purchase. So these were about 20 cents, 25 cents a piece. And this was the week of the $14 remotes. I'm telling you, we took a best offer of 14 on this one. Take note that it is a DVD VCR combo. Those remotes have a high sell-through rate. If you could ever find the DVD VCR combos, those are really great to resell as well. This Samsung sold for $13.99. It's just a TV remote control, but this is one of the ones that goes pretty fast. Then there's a remote control unit here from Panasonic. This is just a VCR. And $14.99. I'm telling you, it's the $14.99 week. $14.99 again. We had a bunch of our bread and butter remotes moved this week. So these are just like some of the ones I wanted to pull out to show you guys to give you an idea of what you're looking for. If you find them as one-offs, check the electronics section of your thrift stores. If you go to church sales, rummage sales, garage sales, things like that, pick up remotes, especially if you can get them for like 50 cents or a quarter. And this one we accepted a best offer of $14.99 on. So Sony, Samsung are all good brands, Panasonic, DVD, VCR. The best remotes I find that usually fetch the highest price and sell the quickest are the projector remotes and remotes that go to computers and things like that. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Helps the channel so much. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to the channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippo's Reseller Pod. You can find a link down below or just search for us on Facebook. Hope to see you guys in the group. And until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.